Friday Wrap with Peet and Reet, and you know, we've been on location basically since the middle of last week, right?
Yeah, everywhere we go, right?
Yeah, so right now we've got a cannon sitting between us here.
Right here.
Not the most comfortable spot.
1847, this cannon.
You knew that? Well, you're a history buff, that's probably why you knew that.
Yeah, exactly. No, I just read it right now.
We're at the Dunnville Mudcat Festival, which is a great festival in Dunnville. Now, Dunnville, for those of you not around this part of the world or this part of the province, is right on the Grand River, just at the mouth of Lake Erie. So it's only like skip it and jump and you're in Lake Erie. So it's a beautiful, beautiful area, is it not?
Oh, it's gorgeous. The homes around here and the people are so friendly. It's just a beautiful area to visit.
Yeah, so it's got a great little downtown feel with everything you could possibly ask for.
Small shops, and it's just quaint. It's so nice.
So if you get a chance, look it up, Dunnville, Ontario, and that's with a D, right? D as in Dunnville.
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right, so we got some things to talk about, and one thing we're going to talk about is going to make us extremely angry. This is a true story, folks, and really, truthfully, pay attention to this story. If you've got kids that are in bars, if you're in bars yourself, because I know there's a lot of places where we have, you know.
We all like to go out for entertainment,
yeah.
Right? So, and you head out to a bar, you want to make sure that everybody's safe, and so do we.
Okay, this just happened last Friday night.
Last Saturday
night.
Yeah.
Tell the story.
My son went out to a bar with two of his friends just to have a couple of drinks, and because he had to drive up north 4 hours to go home, so he said no more than two. And so he went into the bar, had 2 drinks, left them alone for a little bit because they went outside, and came back, and as they had 2 drinks, as they were driving back, my son's friend was driving him and back to his car, and all of a sudden he just slumped over in the back seat, and so they thought, my son's name is Matt, and they were like, why is he passed out? He only had 2 drinks.
And he's a talker. He never shuts up.
No, he's like me, right? Never shuts up, right? So they pulled over right away, checked him, shook him, no pulse, no breathing. They booted it to the closest hospital, dragged him in on the floor, dragged him in, screaming and yelling that they needed help. And apparently he was drugged with a chemical called gray death. And apparently that's the new drug of choice out there for people who are trying to kill other people. It comes in a tiny little vial. You can get it in pills or just powder. And all you have to do is spread it on a counter or a door or jam.
Or somebody's arm.
Like I could just go like this to you and you could drop dead within 10 minutes.
Now it's a combination of fentanyl?
Fentanyl, carfentanil, and elephant sedative. It's 3 times more potent than heroin. So it kills you. Like the police told him when he woke up, like they had to do compressions. They woke up.
He was dead. Just
he
so
was
you know,
dead
folks, he
for
was
7 minutes. They did compressions. They did put the tube down his throat, everything, and he woke up to them pounding on his chest. There is an antidote out there for it, and apparently the police are now starting to carry it here in this country. They've known about it for a while in the States. It's pretty bad in a few of the states. Bad enough that they're thinking of giving everyone in those states an EpiPen full of the antidote because it's happening so often, which is very scary. You know, we have suicide bombers or whatever, but you don't know about this. You go out to a nice place, you think, you know, you're being responsible, and you could end up dead. So look it up online. It's called Gray Death. Please look it up and protect your family, protect yourselves from this drug. It's just nuts.
You know what I don't understand? The police know, and they knew as soon as they saw Matt.
Yep,
and the doctors,
they knew,
what it was.
As soon as they stabbed him with the antidote, within seconds he revived, and the police told him he's one of only 90% of people when they get hit with this drug die. So I've already lost a son. To have a second one pass away would just be unbelievable. So I thank the hospital and the police for having heads up, and his friends for being so proactive.
Thank God.
Yeah,
Thank
God.
God for a miracle.
Yep.
You know, you got to ask yourself, I truly can't understand what's going on in this world. I don't take this seriously. We don't know about this. We didn't know. You wouldn't have known about it had it not happened to your son.
No idea.
And we want an education. When you see the show, please tell people. The first thing I did when you called me up and you said Matt died, and I freaked, and then you told me they brought him back, the first thing I did was call my kids.
Right.
And then told everybody possible. And the only way we're going to be heads up on this is if we spread the word.
Right.
Now, I don't know what the answer is. Do you not go to bars? I don't know what the answer is. I mean, this is scary stuff.
Yeah.
And there's some crazy stuff going on in bars. And when you go into bar, spiking something with drugs, I don't go for at all. But killing people, that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, and it's as easy as leaving your drink there and somebody puts a little tiny bit of powder in it and you're gone. Like, it's as simple as that, and it can happen to anybody. So please be aware. Do not leave your drinks at a bar. Do not touch as little as possible, because you don't know if maybe the bar table or the bar rail or whatever, they cleaned it, and maybe it was on that, and now it's on the rag, and then they clean other things with it. So please be aware.
And it's called Gray Death, okay?
Yes.
Look it up, please.
Look it up.
Educate your family, educate your children, and anybody else that you can talk to. Let's get into Kathy Griffin. Now, we all know that she went out and did a disgusting thing, and other people are saying, certain comedians have said that it's, comedians can do stuff like that. It's okay. She had a head of Trump decapitated. Not funny. I don't care what anybody says.
No,
it
that's
is not funny.
stepping way over the line. Way over the line.
Yeah.
That's just, we're worried about all this kind of stuff in our society, and have a comedian with a decapitated head? How is that funny?
Yeah, you know what that is somebody who's lost their creativity or has gotten lazy, because it's so easy to do stuff like that. Be creative, work at your stuff, work at your craft, and be funny. It's like using the F-bomb to be funny, right?
Yeah, that's not funny.
Yeah, so I mean, now here's what she's done. And I mean, her publicity people, listen, you should fire them, because what they told you to do is hideous. The next day she goes on and blames Donald Trump for the destruction of her career. That the family has blackballed her.
She destructed her own career.
And she was crying, and it wasn't, you know what? You need to take acting lessons, honey, because it wasn't good at all.
Believable.
Yeah, so she is her own worst enemy, and you thought you were going to be funny, and you thought you were going to take America by storm, and you didn't. So
Not everything is touchable, like as far as comedy goes. You have to have some sense of reality here.
And you know
especially in this day and age with what's going on out there. People are sensitive to this stuff. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's not funny, and you just think of Trump's family. You don't have to like the guy. Think of your own family.
His son, his daughter, like think of their feelings. How do you think it felt for them to see their dad's head decapitated?
Yeah. And then let's think of the people that have been decapitated with what's going on with terrorism around the world. And it's not funny, and you're going to have to pay the price, Kathy. I'm sorry, that's just the way it's going to be.
Exactly.
We got to see, and we went down and stood in line, and then got to see Kelly and Ryan. I always want to say Regis and Kelly.
I
don't know
because
what.
you're used to it.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of people there. It was a good show. I thought Ryan was carrying the show well. I was never really a fan, but I thought he did a good job. I thought he was pretty funny in what he did.
Yeah.
And he made up for the dry spots. And then we had to put our Prime Minister on there.
Yeah, that was like...
You know what? We're not fans right now because of what he's doing in this country. And it was a big PR job. And he went up and did his thing. And
You know what I couldn't believe is not one person will say they voted Liberal. Not one. I can't find one person that voted Liberal. But
and what was the talk? It was the talk all the way in. People were going, can't stand him. We want to boo him. Everybody was saying this as we were going in.
But then when he came on stage, everybody
Lights, camera, action.
cheered and everybody. And I was the only one booing, me and you.
Yeah, we were the only ones booing.
Reality. I don't like him. I think he's sold our country down the road.
And continues to do so.
And we're in more debt than we've ever been before.
With no jobs.
Yeah.
And nothing
so
in sight.
what's to like?
So he's talking about, oh, he's so sexy and the women are cheering.
Who cares?
And, yeah.
I don't care what you look like.
Yeah.
It's what you do.
And then he really didn't get into the 150th birthday of Canada, which he should have gotten into, because that's why they were up here in the first place. And then he made a big boo-boo. And I'm surprised, because if he was Trump, this would be all over the news, and they'd have it for the next 2 weeks. They'd be mocking him. He said, when asked, do you think that any of your kids will follow in the footsteps like you followed in your father's footsteps?
Yeah.
Okay, his answer was, well, I see it in my daughter. And here we go, trying to sell yourself and sell the government and being totally politically correct. Well, the only person I really see it in is my daughter. I can see it in her. And it's about time Canada had a female prime minister. That's what he said.
That's a leading question, isn't it?
Yeah, well, here's the lead. The lead is that he should have had somebody make sure that he said what he was supposed to say, because Kim Campbell, back in the 90s, I believe she was a woman, was the prime minister of our country.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
So that hasn't been mentioned. The media is not carrying on that, and that is a big faux pas. Went right across
right over
North
their
America.
heads. Right over their heads.
Shall we get into some fun stuff in the next part?
Yeah, coming up, we're going to talk a little engagement.
Oh, really? Okay. Stand by, folks, on the Friday Wrap with Peet Reet. Well, here we sit on the Friday Wrap, the opening of the Dunnville
Mudcat Festival.
Mudcat Festival. And you know what? It's everywhere. The whole town. There's different things going on in different areas, and at the end of this segment, we'll tell you what we're really doing here. Besides enjoying everything that's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're sitting at the edge of the pool, and of course it's too early for the pool. The kids aren't out of school yet.
I wish there was water in here right now, because honestly, I would get naked and jump in. It's so hot here right now.
All of a sudden, I'm so glad there's no water. I always loved water, but now I think this is good. I like this.
You have a big announcement, though. Exciting stuff.
You know what? We were surprised a couple of weeks ago, and Matt DePaula, who is a morning country announcer in Ottawa, who's been dating my daughter Shayna for a couple of years now, and he called me up while I was working and said, Mr. Dichter, I need to talk to you. And I said, yes. And he said, could I have your daughter's hand in marriage?
He actually asked you.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
Well, that's classy.
Yeah, so we didn't tell the mothers, my wife and his mom.
Yeah.
And then we went out for dinner that night, and then he did it in front of them, showed the ring, and said we're all going to be a family.
Your wife must have cried.
At first, it's the first time ever, honey, I got to tell you, speechless. She was speechless. And his mom, Ann, was speechless.
That's awesome.
But it was beautiful, and then the screaming and jumping, and the whole restaurant got involved, and it was great, and we were really happy.
Well, wait a minute. So your wife's a nurse.
Yep.
You're a broadcaster.
Mm-hmm.
So your daughter is a nurse, and she's marrying a broadcaster.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Well, it seems to work. I got 31 years in, so I think it's a good mix. Broadcasters are good people, right?
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean, good on them.
Yeah, so that's our first. We're really happy about it.
Oh,
so,
yeah. That's awesome.
Yep. We spent some great time at Comic Con, and Chris Dabrowski and company did an outstanding job again. They had some great attractions. They had the Batcopter, which we got to sit in, right?
Right.
They had the Munster Coat.
Yeah.
And Optimus Prime.
Yes, Optimus Prime
Was there, and
you can never say that without doing a deep voice.
I don't know why that is. It's like when we have our little people, right?
Right. Yeah, we all talk like that.
But they had some great people there, right? I mean, Butch Patrick, Eddie Munster, Barbara Eden, I Dream of Jeannie, Victor from The Young and the Restless was there, John Schneider of Dukes of Hazzards, and country singer, and it was amazing. And we got to talk to on the show. You're gonna see
everybody.
Yeah, we took our show on location to the Scotiabank Center, Niagara Falls, and we had a great time. We really did. We had a lot of fun that day.
Yeah, it was fun, and everybody that we interviewed said, "Wow, this was really fun."
Yeah.
Right?
Even Barbara Eden walked off and said, well, she didn't really walk off. You'll have to watch the show and see what happened. And walked over to her husband and said, those guys are really nice. I really like that.
You know what? It feels great when somebody acknowledges that you're doing a good job.
Yeah, so we had a lot of fun. Those shows will be coming up. You'll be able to see them. Of course, if you've subscribed to the YouTube channel, which is really easy, you go to Peet Reet YouTube channel, and you see it right here.
What?
Yeah, see it there? It says peetandreet.com. Find a show, click on it, and then you can go to the homepage on that once you get there. Sign up, share, and like. And in the meantime, you might as well sign up for a $5,500 table, which leads us into the next part, where we just made a huge announcement a couple of days ago.
For Canada Day, we are presenting, Peet and Reet, our show, are presenting
not one, but
three grand marshals for the parade. They'll be spread out through the parade. Marcel Dion, Derek Sanderson.
Hall of Famer. And Derek Sanderson used to play for the Niagara Falls Flyers, then was a great Boston Bruin, then went off to the Whalers, I believe, and became the highest paid athlete ever in the world.
Yep.
And then got into some trouble, but that's what happens when you got that kind of money and you don't.
And he's the one who passed Bobby Orr that.
That's what a lot of people don't realize. Bobby Orr flying through the air, that pass came from Derek Sanderson.
Exactly. He's going to be there as one of our grand parade marshals.
So 2 hockey players,
yep.
Right?
And of course, we had to have an actor or an entertainer of some kind.
And nobody else in Canada, not even Ottawa, okay? You figure Ottawa would have them, right? Not Vancouver, Winnipeg, not Regina, not Calgary, not anywhere in New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, not Newfoundland and Labrador, but right in Niagara Falls on July 1st.
Mr. Rich Little is going to be our Grand Parade Marshal.
Yeah.
So
we have 3 Grand Parade Marshals, which
and
is fantastic.
They are going to be at the Peet and Reet tent afterwards, signing autographs. We have a bunch of swag to give away.
Yes.
T-shirts. We're going to have a wheel. All you got to do is come up, subscribe to our channel, spin the wheel, and win something.
Yeah, and now these shirts are very cool. They are very, very different. They have the Peet and Reet logo on them, but they're different. You're going to love them when you see them. The mugs that we keep, everybody's, can we get a mug? How can we get a mug?
Yeah.
Well, you can. Come down to Canada Day. All the prizes we give away on that day, you have to be there. You're going to be singing with the Rita Carrey Band, which is going to be amazing.
I am going to be singing, yes. I'm looking forward to it.
We're going to be emceeing the rest of the afternoon, and actually, we're going to be walking down the parade before it starts to let everybody know what's going on down at City Hall. So
exactly.
It's going to be an amazing time, and this is where we are going to draw for the $5,500 dining room table from Rancho Hermosa. Custom builders, Lee Hermosa himself, cut a big slab. We'll remind you, a huge 7 foot by 4 foot, 3 inches, 1 solid piece of silver maple. It is a gorgeous piece. It is live edge, which means it hasn't been touched, and we sand it. We put some elbow grease into it.
A little bit.
Right? So, all of you who have gone on, shared, and said we love the Peet and Reet show, you are in the draw. You're in the draw. You're going to go in the ballot. Everybody else, if they're not there when we draw it,
they can do it down at our tent that day.
Yeah, and they have to be there. If you did it that day, you have to be there that day, 4 o'clock. We do that draw. So
exactly.
It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, exactly.
So looking forward to it. I don't want the time to go fast, though.
Yeah,
because the summer's going too fast. And this is it. We were looking for summer everywhere, and we found it in Dunnville.
Could it just really slow down?
Yeah.
Right?
Now slow it right down.
Right.
So, again, we're at the Mudcat Festival in Dunnville, Ontario, on the Grand River, right by Lake Erie, and coming up next, we just released a show for this guy.
Yes.
So if you go and
one of our good buddies.
Yeah, great guy.
We're gonna talk to Ray Lyle coming up in the next segment.
Friday Wrap with Peet Reet. Hang in there with us. We are back on the Friday Wrap, and boy, things are starting to heat up here at the festival, the Mudcat Festival in Dunnville, Ontario. Ray Lyle and Paula Tesoro here from, well, you guys are, is it still Ray Lyle and the Storm?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't supposed to say it, but
I don't need a lawsuit. But
What part is the storm?
you know why we called it the Storm? Because every time we played, it rained and stormed all like crazy, so that's why we call it the Storm. So
Oh, there you go. There you
looks
go.
like we've broken the curse.
So you're here at the Mudcat Festival and performing. And what can we expect?
In my hometown, you can expect the best concert ever.
Of course. Well, I expected that no matter what.
Oh, there you
'cause,
go.
I mean, you know, you're fantastic.
Oh.
And your harmonies are incredible.
Oh, well, thank you.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, honestly and truthfully, I don't know how the music industry works because I'm not in it. I mean, I do have some idea because I was in broadcasting, but you guys should have made it like big.
Huge.
Yeah.
We think so too.
Yeah. Well, we definitely think so.
Now, is this is the first time you guys have been back together as a full band in how long?
Well, last year we did some fundraisers, but basically overall, 27 years.
Wow.
So maybe a handful of dates in 27 years.
All right. So
And
what,
this is all the original members today.
that's fantastic.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
awesome.
What can we expect in the future from you guys? You going to keep going?
You know what? We're going to let God decide that one. But
One day at a time.
one day at a time. But we love playing. We were all good friends, and so it's as long as this lasts, this is awesome.
Well, we're glad that you gave us this opportunity because they are literally seconds away from going on stage. Can we do a little harmony out, like "Carry Me" or something? Can we?
Probably not.
Yeah. Oh, come on!
He wants to sing in the key of J.
Yeah, I'll just kind of do background. I'll go over here and just.
Trust me, you don't
I'll
want
do
him to
deep
sing
background.
with
Go
you.
ahead.
Oh, it's going to sound
ahead,
like a
guys.
sea demolished.
Come on,
Okay.
guys, give it to me. Read it.
Carry me. There you go.
Well, I can do that. Carry me. What do you think?
There you go.
All right,
You're
great.
hired.
All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, if you're not
Peet in
here,
the storm.
yeah, if you're not here at Central Park in Dunnville like tonight, you missed it, right? But there's all kinds of stuff going on. What about the Mudcat Festival? Tell us a little bit about that.
Every year they have that, and it's a good time. They have strongman contests, they have bands every night, they have fireworks. It's awesome.
And it's the whole town, right?
Yeah.
The whole town.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's the Mudcat Festival because down by the Grand River here, there's lots of cats, right? A lot of channel cats in
That's
there, right?
Actually, Thursday is the first time we've ever had a band on a Thursday night, so they're trying something new.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We want to see you keep going and growing.
Thank you.
And for all of you, we just put up the show with Ray Lyle. We did an interview at your studio about a month and a half ago. That is now up in the Peet and Reet YouTube channel. And for the rest of you, have a great week. We'll see you next week on the Friday Wrap. God bless.
Playing my song.
Good. See you. All right.
Guys, thanks so much. That's awesome.